Many advocates say that if a landlord has a bona fide requirement, then there is no tenancy protection as mandated under Section 56(y). However, if advocates argue that tenants have no protection once a landlord demonstrates bona fide requirement, this interpretation overlooks a crucial provision of the Maharashtra Rent Control Act. Section 56 explicitly protects tenants by mandating compensation in cases where bona fide requirement is established. Here's a counterargument to clarify why tenant protections still apply even when bona fide need is claimed. Section 56(y) provides conditional protection, not an absolute waiver of rights. Section 56(I) is clear that landlords must compensate tenants fairly when claiming bona fide requirement. This provision does not nullify tenancy protections outright. Rather, it adds a layer of fairness, requiring landlords to offer full market value compensation to tenants as a condition for eviction. This provision acknowledges tenants' long-standing occupancy and investment, ensuring that they are not unfairly displaced without due compensation. Protection against arbitrary eviction. Tenancy protection laws aim to balance the landlord's legitimate needs with the tenant's rights. If tenants had zero protection under bona fide claims, landlords could exploit this to arbitrarily displace tenants without accountability. Section 56(I) guards against this by requiring that landlords compensate tenants, thus protecting them from unfair displacement. Bona fide requirement must be genuine and accompanied by compensation. Even if a bona fide requirement is established, the law does not allow the landlord to evict a tenant without compensating them. This provision serves as a safeguard to ensure that the claim of necessity is genuine and that the tenant's rights are respected through financial redress. If the landlord is unwilling or unable to provide fair compensation, it raises questions about the authenticity of their need, judicial precedents, and legislative intent. The intent behind Section 56(y) is to prevent hardship for tenants, especially in Pagri systems, by enforcing compensation for long-term occupants. Courts have repeatedly upheld that even with bona fide claims, landlords must adhere to statutory obligations, including compensation. This balances landlords' needs with tenants' rights and deters potential abuse of bona fide claims to bypass tenant protections. In sum, a bona fide requirement does not eliminate tenant protections under Section 56(c). It simply establishes a fair compensation requirement to respect tenant rights. This provision is essential to ensuring that landlords fulfill their legal obligations toward tenants, even when claiming a genuine need for the property.